Hi everyone, Gianni Di Poce here with you for TheoTRADE, and today is Tuesday, January 6th, 2026. It's the first full trading week of the new calendar year, and stocks are off to a pretty good start. We do have the S&P 500 here, very close to a new all-time high in the continuous contract, but as I have been pointing out recently, we really need to pay closer attention to the March contract here. So you can see some of my drawings here, something what I think could be a path forward here in the first quarter. I do think that we could break out to new all-time highs here, although I do think we need to maintain a healthy degree of skepticism at this stage of the rally. I would be looking for any declines to be corrective in nature and really just setting up the big buying opportunity of 2026. I do think this year will be a very strong year for stocks. You do have the NASDAQ showing some relative strength today, which is a very good sign. You also, I would argue more importantly, had the Dow Jones break out to a new all-time high yesterday as well. And this is a very good sign because, as a rule, new all-time highs are bullish. But as I've been explaining, the issue is that we're not seeing the NASDAQ or technology really outperform. Now, there is a catch to that too, because you take a look at the Philadelphia Semiconductor Index, or even just look at SMH, the Semiconductor ETF, we're at new all-time highs there. So the main issue lies with, the tech sector. You can take a look at XLK as a proxy. But you are seeing some strong bids today from names like Amazon. That falls obviously more into the consumer discretionary sector, which is an area of the market that I think is going to do very well in 2026. I think it's going to be a surprisingly good year for the consumer. And a big reason behind that has to do with the price of crude oil. Despite the geopolitical developments in Venezuela, it does not look like this is a shift for the energy sector. Energy didn't really have that spectacular of a 2025. I do think, however, that the energy equity sector, you take a look at XLE, which is down 2.5% today, giving back all of its gains from yesterday's pop following, the developments of the weekend, in Venezuela. XOP barely had a bid. So I'm not going to rule out the fact that energy stocks have bottomed. Does that automatically mean that we want to direct money into this space right now? No. However, I do think that we are setting up for a very significant low in the price of crude oil this year, potentially in this first quarter, if not by the second quarter. And that would set the stage for a return of inflation in the back half of the year, by the end of the year, where we're starting to have some uncomfortable conversations about running this economy too hot. So, as this ties into the consumer discretionary sector, yes, I know XLY is dominated by Amazon and Tesla, but basically consumers saving a little bit of money at the pump, allows them to basically stay afloat with some of the other increases in cost of living, but also spend that extra savings. RSPD, the equal weight consumer discretionary ETF, having a good day here. Tesla, struggling a little bit, actually bouncing off a pretty important key support level here. We'll see if that holds. I do think Tesla is setting up for a bottom here. But, just to tie it back to semiconductors, still have that long position in NVIDIA. There was some news that came out today about NVIDIA getting involved with, more involved, I should say, with the automotive, realm. And at first, it was a decent pop, and seemed like it was taking away some from Tesla. But now this is actually fading some. Still have that long position here. I do think NVIDIA can hit new highs, but you look at some of these other semiconductor names like Microchip Technology up over 10% today. ACMR, some of these like under the radar, a bit quieter names in the semiconductor space, even Skywater, which has been on the TradeTRADE radar and a pretty common feature in the Trinity terminal over the last couple of months, seeing a really strong bid here. So there are some semiconductor names that are looking pretty good. Of course, Micron continues to hit new all-time highs and seems to be the semiconductor that is, definitely outperforming NVIDIA at this point. Still have my eyes on AMD here, still in the sideways action. You had that big gap up that occurred back in October, and that was following the news of the OpenAI deal. But the stock's effectively done nothing since then. But as a rule, consolidation near the highs is bullish price action. So yesterday we did see some big bids come into the financial sector. That's been looking good. Do like the setup here in SoFi. It's down today, giving back the gains of Friday and yesterday, but I'm not really too concerned about it just now. I think that setup still looks all right. But you look at some of these big banks, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, even Morgan Stanley, these have been looking really good. And financials are, I think, poised for a very strong 2026. But my biggest and most important theme for 2026 has to do with the industrial sector, and I'm calling it a theme of industrial tech. It's industrial stocks with a tilt towards technology, towards robotics, embracing AI, futuristic manufacturing technology. You're seeing names like Rocket Lab start to accelerate to the upside again. That looks good. You have names like EchoStar hitting new highs. So really just those futuristic new types of transportation, space type travel stocks. We have the backdrop for that to have a really strong year. And the only two sectors that really outperformed the S&P in 2025 were technology and industrials. And I think that theme continues into this year. So elsewhere in the markets, you take a look here at gold and silver. Modest bid here in gold, silver, trying to close at a new high. Again, this rally seems to be defying the laws of gravity here, although I am leaving the door open for a sharp correction or pullback into mid-year. I think that would actually be healthy. I don't think the bull trend is over. I'm just not chasing at these levels. But you are seeing today a good rebound in some of the mining shares. Silver miners up nicely, gold miners hitting new highs. So that is a risk on signal coming from this sector. Now, another area of the market that actually suffered in 2025 had a negative year. And historically, when cryptocurrencies have negative years, they usually bounce back pretty strongly the following years, all years except one, where it had a down year and didn't register a triple digit return the following year. So I think that we should be prepared for that. I think that crypto is very much on sale. The big question is whether we see one final wash out lower. Does Ethereum drop to 21, 2200? Does Bitcoin fall to 74, 76,000? Um, if they do, that's going to set up an incredible buying opportunity. I think we need to, get loaded long. I am dipping my toes a little bit in the crypto sector now in case we start to take out these highs from earlier in December, because that would create a case of a higher high. And you did have these, pretty small higher lows here in the middle of the month of December. So you take out these highs from earlier in December, you could have a pretty decent argument that a new uptrend has been established, and that needs to be respected accordingly. So I like what's happening there. I do like what's happening in healthcare here. It's interesting what's happening in the Trinity terminal today. Is it's one of the first days that well, we've had a few recently, but every time technology starts to have the largest number of stocks showing up in the terminal, healthcare comes back. But today, tech is really seeming to be asserting itself. But it really just comes back down to the biotech sector. Biotech within healthcare represents around 10 to 20% of the healthcare sector. So, it can move the needle, but it's not going to lift the whole boat. But, a couple of these positions we've been long for quite some time here in the Trinity trade. ARQT still digesting the gains, just letting kind of the market digest. Right here, consolidation near the highs are bullish. I do like what's happening here. So I think it's just a matter of being patient to see how these continue to unfold. So again, the big thing now is, can we hit new all-time highs in the market here today? And well, maybe not today, but in the coming days. But the most important thing we need to see is the NASDAQ. Can the NASDAQ hit its first all-time high since the end of October? The longer this divergence goes on, with the NASDAQ not hitting a new high and the Dow leading, the more of a concern it becomes. I also would be keeping a close watch on small caps, which are looking very good. I do have this position over in the Trinity trade in GigaCloud Technologies, small cap tech name, trying to close at a new high today. It's been showing a lot of relative strength. Had my target here around 50. We've been long since sometime in November. It's been a pretty good trade so far. So we'll see if we can get our targets hit on that one. But that's what I have for today, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you tuning in, and I hope to see you live in the TheoTRADE chat room. Till next time, take care.